Hello and welcome to the G&T Sips and Giggles podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Miss Tina Lakes Tantrum, and my work husband, Glenn Marshall Adams.
Hello.
And today we have an inspiring and insightful episode lined up for you. Joining us is the incredible Gail Moorhead, a TikTok content creator who has recently embarked on a transformative weight loss journey using Mounjaro. Gail has been sharing her experiences with honesty, humour and relatability, resonating with countless people online. Now, in this episode, we'll dive into Gail's journey, why she chose Mounjaro and the challenges she faced, and the role TikTok plays in her story. Whether you're considering your own path to health or simply curious about the power of sharing personal journeys online, this conversation is definitely for you. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's get started.
Well. I just do that now because
I'm not saying it
I just
again.
do that now because I know that you straight away think it sounds like Beverly Leslie.
Hello, Gail.
Okay, yeah.
Gail, welcome to Sips and Giggles. How are you?
I am very well. I am honoured to be with you guys. It's amazing.
Oh no, the pleasure's all ours.
All I can see now is a pair of glasses and a jumper over there.
She disappears.
Where is Gail?
She's fallen through the crack in the sofa.
Absolutely, my
I mean,
God.
not the sofa because we're in our studio. She's fallen through. She's fallen through the crack in the chair.
She really is, honestly. Girl, you look $1 trillion.
Thank you so much.
It's not to say that like before you look like a bag of shit because you're
That's
always
exactly.
Well, it was
what she's
close
saying,
to
Gail.
it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what she's saying.
I would tend to agree.
Hey, you watch it now.
Sorry, Tina.
Honestly, almighty God. Gail, you look fabulous, girl.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
I feel like $1 trillion. I feel really, really good. So yeah, I got 4 stone off this week.
Wow.
Not in a week. I've started in May, but yeah, 4 stone.
So what's that? 10 months? No,
That's
9 months.
Yeah,
Wow.
9.
No,
I'm
maybe a little shorter than that again. Is
it's
it?
8 months. I'm into my 9 month now.
This is your 9th month.
9th month. Yes.
Oh my
Wow.
word. Tell me this. For those who may not know you, can you share a bit about who you are and what inspired you to start creating content on TikTok?
I'm just Gail, and I felt that doing this journey, it needed to be shared. People needed to see that the scare stories, the scaremongering about this Mounjaro weren't true, that I was a success story.
And to be clear, you're not just Gail.
No, you're not.
You are the Gail.
I am the Gail.
For those who don't know, Gail and I go way, way back. A bit like yourself and I,
Way
Tina.
back.
Okay,
way,
love.
way back. Gail and Story and I started one night. It was Boxing Day many moons ago.
Can't believe you're
And
telling this story.
we were in the Island McGee Golf Club, isn't that right?
The Mill Bay Inn.
The Mill Bay Inn. And standing at the bar, I went up to order myself a drink, and up comes Gail beside me. Never met her before in my life. You're gay, aren't you? She said to me. And I was like, aye. She went, do you want to go to the Kremlin? And I was like, aye, why not? And that was it. Her and
was
I
it?
Done.
off to the Kremlin.
Off to the
and
Kremlin.
We were hung out for about a couple of years after that. More or less every
You're still
single
hanging out, love?
We're still hanging out.
I know.
We are. So you're not just Gail. You are the Gail.
So, Gail, let me ask you this. Why Mounjaro? What led you to choose Mounjaro as part of your weight loss journey?
Well, I think for me personally that I needed a quick fix, as
Okay.
they say. So I was looking at everything that you could do. I've tried fad diets, tried the cabbage diet, tried the Slimming World, tried the Weight Watchers, tried all carbs, no carbs, all meat, no meat. And it just didn't work. And I don't know whether it was because I got bored and the weight didn't come off
Yeah.
that I just then binged. So they would work for a wee while and then I would just put it to the side and try something else.
Right,
So
okay.
with Mounjaro, I had seen stories of people and I thought that can't be real, that can't happen. And
Where did you see these stories?
so I seen them on TikTok
Right.
and Facebook and just
And by
thought,
stories, do you mean like success stories?
yeah, success stories. So before and after videos, this is what I've done, try this. And, you know, the transformation videos are amazing.
Right.
So for me, I thought, why not?
What was the time scale? Were these before and after? You know, what was the time scale? Say, is this somebody like this time last year or this time 6 months ago?
Yeah, so like 6 months.
Right.
So it was giving you, wow, this can happen in 6 months. So I did research. I researched on the internet, read people's stories. Yes, you've seen horror stories. Yes, you've seen successful stories. And I just thought, why not? Why not try it?
So you said there that you did research. What kind of research did you do exactly? And what preparations did you do before starting the journey? Like, you know, did you go and speak to your GP, for example, or did you just go, I've read about it, I think there's risks, I'll accept
Yeah.
the risks, just jab me.
Yeah, basically. So- I wanted to wake up and be a size 6. Yay! No, so I did. I watched people's stories and I went on the medical websites, and you have to fill in an information form. You have to fill it in truthfully. So when I was ready and after I had seen and read and thought, why could I'll try it. I'll fill in the form, and if I meet the criteria and they say it's good, then we'll go for it. But before that, no, I didn't speak to my GP.
Uh-oh.
I didn't speak to my GP because I had been to my GP before, and
Multiple times?
and I'd been to the practice nurse, and I asked to get my hormones screened because I'm at that age and it runs in my family that going
Yeah.
through the menopause early. So
Okay.
I'm convinced that I was perimenopausal. I was severely riddled with anxiety.
Okay.
I was having palpitations, just feeling anxious all the time. And my mum, God love her, I absolutely love her to bits. She just turned around to me one day and said, Gail, I'm worried you're going to have a heart attack.
Right.
Because I carry all my weight. You see in all my pictures, it's all belly weight. And you see it advertised on the NHS. If your stomach's more than this,
Yeah,
you're at high
yeah,
risk. And it was just her words woke me up.
Pierced.
And I thought, I can't leave 2 boys. I can't leave my 2
Yeah.
kids.
Okay.
You know, I need to make changes and I need to make them fast. So on reading it and reading about Mounjaro and how it gets rid of food noise was my biggest issue.
Can you explain what you mean by, what do you mean when you say food noise?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, mine was food and alcohol noise.
Ah.
Okay, so I would come back and think that because I had a bit of a stressful day, I'll just open a bottle of wine. I'll
Right.
just get a chippy. I'll just get a Chinese. It's behavioural. So whenever I read about it, I was like, this is what I need. I need this noise to disappear because it was creating really bad habits
Okay.
and I wasn't in control of it. So food noise is, do you ever go shopping to Asda and you're hungry? And you're like, oh, I want them crisps. Oh, I think I'll have that cake.
Lidl, Tesco, Morrison's,
Other
Marks and
supermarkets
Spencer's,
are available.
Yeah.
everywhere, love. Anytime you walk in and you do, even when you're not hungry.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh-huh.
And you walk past the alcohol aisle and you're like, oh, maybe I'll just have a wee one. I'll just
I
have
wonder
a
what
wee
the house
one.
special is.
Yes. So that to me is what food noise is. It's not your stomach telling you you're hungry. It's your brain.
Absolutely.
So for me, doing the research, Mounjaro mainly for me is a way to retrain your brain.
Okay. What has been the most challenging aspect so far? Were there any unexpected benefits or surprises?
The main thing for me,
The challenging thing? What's been the most challenging aspect so far?
I would say like the first week that you go on Mounjaro, it's tough on your body.
Is it?
Well,
In
it's
what
tough
way?
on mine. So this is just my point of view and how it affected me. So basically, anybody that asks me about Mounjaro, I always say on the first week, never trust a fart. Okay?
Oh, I see.
Never trust a
Okay.
fart
Windy
because
pops.
windy pops and follow threes
Yes.
can happen. They can
Pebble
happen.
dash. Backlash.
But basically, for me, it was like the body getting rid of all those toxins,
It's
all
lovely.
that sugar that it doesn't need. To me, it was like a fresh start the first week. It's tough going, but you have to. And if anybody's thinking about it, you need to be locked into 3 litres of water a day.
Yeah.
And you need to be locked into your protein.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are doing this and they're saying, I'm stopping this Mounjaro, I've lost my bum, right?
Right, okay.
They've lost the muscle mass. You need to eat your protein to keep your muscle mass.
Yeah.
Whereas people just aren't eating, and yes, you're losing all your muscle, you're losing your shape. So I have done it over the long period of time, which is 8 months. It works out at half a stone a month.
Okay.
You know, when you think about it, it's not that much. It's more what it's done for my head. And the biggest thing for me is my anxiety went.
Really?
Uh-huh.
How quickly would you say your anxiety left?
Within the first month.
You serious?
Yeah. That's why I'm convinced my body was either making too much of something or lacking something. But because I didn't have the support from, the GPs, we couldn't measure my bloods, you couldn't measure hormones or anything that was going on. Again, I'm not a medical practitioner at all, but I know how my body feels now.
And you did try to ask for help previously?
I did, yeah. I did
Okay.
ask. I asked for, when I actually went to have my lungs checked, I asked for help. And
Okay.
they said, no, basically. I said, have you
Right.
got anything that can suppress appetite? No. And I'm like, right, okay. So but I do think, and I'm not knocking the NHS, they have their rules, they have their, their tick boxes that you all have to do. But to me, I think that this medication could save a lot of money and save a lot of lives.
Yeah.
They do prescribe it on the NHS, right? So you can get it, but you need to be.
I think you need to be a certain.
I was going to say your BMI and all needs to be a certain
Very
size
much
number.
so.
And
Yeah.
Very much so. My BMI was morbidly obese. I'm only 5 foot. Okay, so
short hours.
I'm a short horse.
Scraping
all the best
cribbies,
things.
Scraping the cribbies.
No, all the best things come in small packages. So, and I was 14.8.
Okay.
Okay, so I was like morbidly obese, and I am still I'm still not in healthy.
Wow.
This is why I think the BMI is out with the arc, because for my
I
height,
agree. I think
I am
BMI is-
supposed to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
like 6.5 stone. Could you imagine 4 more stone off me?
Yeah.
I would literally fall down a grating.
I think the whole
And I would look
BMI
ill.
thing, sorry for interrupting, I think the BMI thing is as much to do about credit scores. They don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something that was man-made and people fell into it, and when people started saying, I need to check my body mass index, it's like, shut up.
No, I have to agree, because
Absolutely.
everybody's different.
And when you're skint, you have no money.
Yeah.
So, see, and it's another way that that the banks can keep a check on you when you're checking for credit online, and they can look to see, you're doing this, see how far this go. Oh, it's at not bad. It could be better.
Just a
Yeah.
benchmark at the
It's
end
a
of the day, isn't it?
that's
It's just
it.
a way of
It
measuring
is,
it.
yeah,
I want to
and-
ask you though, you mentioned there, so go back just to month 1, actually go back to week 1, and you were talking about your food noise and so on. So you've jabbed yourself. It's week 1. Okay, with the exception of your runny bum.
I always warn people, I always say, I'm not a professional. I will tell you what's happened to me
To
in my
you.
body.
This is about you.
This is about me, so please don't everybody think that
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen to you. Because,
Right, okay.
yeah, and I know
That's
people that
fine.
have had 0 effects apart from the food noise
So
disappearing.
that's the question I wanted to
Yeah.
ask though. How quick did your food noise disappear? How quick did
Yeah.
that dissipate? So you've jabbed yourself.
Yeah.
Say, what day are we on today? Monday. So you've jabbed yourself today. Cast your mind back. How quick did you notice that your food noise had actually disappeared? What was how quick did the actual...
Pretty much the next day when I woke up on Tuesday.
That's what I was wanting to know. Did it dissolve slowly, or did you wake up the next day and think, where is it? It's gone.
Well,
or did it just kind of, was it natural? You were like, did it take a day or two to go, oh, hold on.
No.
Why am I not all worked up about what's in the fridge? And why am I not thinking about phoning for a Chinese? Or, you know?
I think for me, and I want people to learn, you know, from me. Like I would have injected then, I inject at night, so that when you go to bed, it has that time to settle into your body. But yeah, I woke up and I went from going across the road and getting a 5-piece fry every morning to getting a packet of, and I'm going to plug Denny ham. I done a TikTok about you, Denny. And it was a bit of a joke with a jag with the Denny packet of ham, because I would find myself feeling nauseous. Feeling like I was actually going to throw up in my mouth, but I knew I needed to eat protein, and I would just stand and eat a packet of or a packet of ham in my kitchen to get my protein up, because I didn't want to lose my muscle mass, and I didn't want to lose my shape.
Yeah.
You know, because I liked my shape. I just wanted it a bit tighter and small. I just didn't want as much as it.
Okay.
So I know that you're big into your TikTok at the moment. And I know that you've obsessed. And I know that you've created a TikTok community. You know, my
GGs.
Your GGs, yeah. I'm one of your GGs. I do join you most mornings whenever I wake up.
And I thank you for that.
It became a morning routine, Tina, and I wake up in the morning.
Have a little GG.
Head on over to Gail's TikTok and see what she's plugging that morning. So you have created a bit of a following on TikTok. What's your TikTok handle?
It's GMur81.
So if you're on TikTok and you want to find Gail's community, go and look her up. But how has sharing your journey on TikTok actually influenced your experience? Like, do you feel that it's been positive? Has it helped you sort of maintain your accountability to your Mounjaro and so on?
It has been absolutely amazing, yes, and it's keeping me accountable. So every Monday morning, I think you maybe joined one, that I do a live weigh-in. So I take the camera, I flip it around, and I stand on the scales. And the girls love it, because they're like, right, this is what you are in kilograms, and then they all go off and research it, what it is in stones and pounds, and we document it. And then some of the other girls go, well, I weighed this morning and I lost this. So it's just a nice wee community.
That's nice.
I suppose it's a bit like, you know, Slimming World, when you go and you get weighed in, and then you sit and have a chat.
In the comfort of your own home.
Exactly, and they have their own scales.
But because you're doing it live, it's real. Yeah.
The only thing I don't do on live is jab, because it's not allowed, and 100%, you know, it shouldn't be allowed. But yeah, no, and then we talk about what our goals are. We also had, even this morning, we had 3 newbies join us, and they were like, this is an amazing live. Because TikTok can be quite a negative place, and there can be a lot of people on ranting about this and ranting about that. And you come into my room, and I have 3 rules in my room. We do not talk about religion. We do not talk about politics, and any kind of homophobia will not be tolerated, and the door will hit your ass on the way out.
Good.
So those are, and people find comfort in that. And
Well,
our community is just, we've got,
As each other.
yeah, and they're absolutely amazing. And
Well, that should be good.
I have to give a shout out to my number 1 mod, Glow. I absolutely love her to bits, and she is from Belfast, and she's absolutely amazing. Without her, I couldn't do what I do in the morning, because I show products and things that I'm using. Like, I'm also going to plug Be Perfect, because I'm absolutely in love with their makeup at the minute.
Okay.
And she'll be working my basket. And
Now, what do you mean by the term mod? Because not everybody's going to know.
Sorry, she's a moderator. So what she does for me is, if I'm showing a foundation or an eyeshadow palette, she will pin it on the screen, and it means that you guys can buy it. You can buy it right there, right then.
Okay.
And people come on the lives and ask for, have you got this? Have you got that? And I'm like, yeah, this is it. And I'll do swatches on my hands, or I'll show them jewellery or clothes, and my Glow will just pin everything, and she'll highlight people that have asked questions. And so I suppose she is my my
navigator.
Glenn to you, you know, my right hand woman.
Well, listen, that actually sounds absolutely fantastic. I really am intrigued. What kind of feedback or messages have you received from your TikTok followers since starting your weight loss journey?
Oh, it's all been amazing. I have had a couple of girls who what we would call our secret Mounjaro users, who have actually messaged me and said that I had inspired them to actually put a picture up of themselves. They would have maybe just been doing pictures of what meals they were having or what nutrients and what maybe supplements and things that they were using. But I did a live where I done a pre-loved, you know, it's like a vintage live.
Yeah.
And one girl bought all the bikinis, and then next thing she put a post up of a before and after, and I cried. I was like, she just felt inspired and didn't feel scared to put it out there that Mounjaro had helped her too. And then she's inspiring more people to do it. So it's just lovely. It's so just far. It has been super. Now, don't get me wrong. I get trolls on my lives in the morning, but the thing is, I love a troll.
You get trolls everywhere.
I love a troll.
I'm so glad to hear what a strong, fun-loving, fearless, independent woman this Gail woman is. How do you handle a troll?
Okay, so here we go. And I have taught all my followers and the girls in my lives how to treat a troll. So first of all, we put them up in lights.
Good.
We put them up on the pin, all right? It's called the pin, so they basically go to the top of the screen. And then we have a wee look at their profile. And if they continue to be cheeky, you know, normally they actually come round and they're like, we normally get blocked straight away. And I'm like, no. You haven't broken any of my rules yet. So I've actually got Kev the Carrot, who came in and trolled me about my grey hair. So we trolled him about him being ginger. And he was like, I love this room. He comes every morning and says good morning. Now, if people push it too far, what we do is we like to send them to the FU department.
Good.
You can work out what that means.
Absolutely.
But it's teaching like my girls, my GGs and my boys. I've got lots of boys, and my GGs as well. So GG stands for Gails, girls, guys, gays and theys. I know they doesn't begin with G, but
so what?
So people feel comfortable, and I've got my necklace, my GG necklace that I haven't taken off from I've got it. But anyway, that's just a wee ode to them because they have got me through really crappy days. So we love a troll.
So the other thing I'd like to know though, so trolls aside, I mean, because you're being quite open and honest, so you are sort of putting yourself out there, you're inviting people into your live. Like, how do you decide on what to share and what to keep private, especially whenever you're documenting such a personal journey?
So I have 2 children. One of them is a grown up and, you know, he's never there. But my youngest is never on the TikToks. I need to protect my boys. So nobody knows where I live. They know I'm in Northern Ireland, but they don't know where they are. But I think when it comes to Mounjaro, people need to see. So I haven't done it yet, but you have to show people how you've changed. So I do a lot of get ready with me's, you know, like this is like a before and after, you know, even pictures that were taken when we were on holiday, the much I've changed. People like to see that. So I think that you have to share a certain amount, and I will share what I know will help people, because at the end of the day, I like helping people. And there's been so many people in my inbox asking me about it that they're shy. They don't want to ask while there's 50 people in the room. They don't want to ask, can you tell me about... But Mounjaro Mondays is what we do. So we weigh in, we talk about our goals, and we can have a chat. But again, there was 3 girls in there today and they're like, oh my God, I've just got mine. I'm starting today. I'm really scared. So we were able to talk her down and just to tell her it's okay and we're with you. And then she hit my inbox after and she's like, thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
But
it's inspiring.
I just want to help people. And I think because I see such a difference in myself. I'm sure Glenn sees a difference even in my confidence. My confidence with my anxiety going, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm actually an okay person. I have always been an okay person, but you know, I was maybe too shy or too, I don't know, scared. I was never shy, actually. I was never shy, but too.
You never came across scared,
No,
shy.
Listen, Tina,
Yeah.
you can go out with Gail, and Gail can entertain herself for the entire night.
Oh, I know.
She can entertain the bar. There's been so many times I've been away with Gail, and the question always ends up is, where's Gail? And by the time we're leaving, it's like, bye Gail, bye Gail. Randomers all around the bar saying goodbye. So you're definitely not shy.
She picks up 10 new best friends on a night out.
100%.
Yeah.
I think as well, though, what that links to, as in Gail not being shy, was alcohol as well. So
Yeah.
I definitely haven't drank as much alcohol.
Okay. Do you
I
miss it?
definitely don't crave it.
Good.
No, when we go away or we go out, I will have a drink. But, you know, when you were drinking in the house, so I don't drink in the house at all unless I have company.
Right.
You know, I think sometimes it gets a wee bit close to the edge.
Yeah. So tell me this. What personal or lifestyle goals are you working towards beyond weight loss?
So at the end of this month, I will officially be a student nurse.
What?
Bravo.
Oh my
Yeah.
giddy aunt.
So along with my mother saying I was going to have a heart attack. Oh, thanks. Along with my mum saying that she thought I was going to have a heart attack, I had applied for nursing. So when you're a nurse, you're never off your feet. You're running the wards.
Yep.
And there is no way I could have done that with that 4 stone on.
No.
So I want to be a nurse. I want to be a good nurse. I want to help people.
Don't be a nurse.
Be the nurse. Hopefully. And
Oh, I think you, Gail, you would be absolutely fantastic. And can I just make a prediction? I'm having a moment right now. I can see you in 3 years' time. And I think you'll probably, when you get into on the nursing ladder, you're not just going to be a nurse. You're just going to keep constantly looking for that position, that job, that post until you are at the top, the pinnacle. So I think the next 5 years of your life are going to be this wonderful journey. And where you are right now, this is just the beginning. That's what I see.
And it's scary because like I'm 43.
No way.
Yes way.
You don't look a day over 21.
So I think for me as well, you know, sort of hand in hand with the TikTok, you know, 43, I was like, can I do this? But I have attracted the older kind of crowd, like my age crowd, because I don't use filters. I never use filters on my when I'm on live, so you can see the wrinkles, you can see the redness,
Warts.
the warts and all,
Warts and all. Warts and all. There she is.
And I think that's probably it's relatable,
It's a draw.
you know, and I think that's where we go with that.
Well, you always have a gorgeous looking girl anyway.
I don't know where I'm going to get the time running the wards and
Well, this is it.
running the lives.
Could you imagine, Tina, whenever you were in getting your hip up, could you imagine Gail being your ward sister, your ward nurse?
Like,
could you
"Good morning."
imagine the absolute chaos she'd be creating?
I can see Gail as, you remember back in the day they had the matrons,
Oh,
the
matron.
matrons
Matron,
of the
yes,
ward,
yes,
and
yes.
they were like, when matron says no, she means no.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of a sort of a thing. Start off as a student nurse, learn the ropes, go through everything you need to be. But I can see you going from, like the head of the directorate, you know, find your way to the very glittery, gorgeous top.
I just love meeting new people. And if I can help them
Oh, if you're
in
going to work
any
in
way.
the NHS, you may be prepared.
So, Gail, you know, it's been great to sit down and chat to you about this, but thinking about other people that might be listening to this podcast today and might be considering or may have considered, but maybe not decided to go down that journey, either with Mounjaro or Ozempic or any of those kind of weight loss drugs, what would be the best piece of advice that you could give to somebody that's questioning or just wanting to know more about starting a similar journey to yourself?
You got to be honest with yourself.
Honesty.
You've got to be honest with yourself, and you've got to stick to it, and you've got to make a plan, and you've got to do your research and find out what road you want to go down. I did. I've tried all the other things, and this just worked for me.
So you said you've got to be honest with yourself. What really do you mean by that?
Are you committed? Are you committed to this journey, or is it just another flaky,
Fad,
we'll
as you
try
sort of
this
said,
one,
yeah.
fad? Are we on the cabbage soup? Are we on,
Yeah.
because once you try and you see the results, sometimes you go, oh, I've lost a stone. That's it. You can have that stone back on again sooner than you lost it.
Yeah.
My next is to try the gym. So what I will do
Yay.
is make a plan.
Good
But
for
to be
you.
fair, I remember years and years and years ago, Gail, like I know you were really big into your fitness.
Very fit.
I remember you were training with your brother and you'd lost an absolute ton of weight. Not that you had a ton of weight to lose, but I remember it was like 6 months, I think, between me seeing you and then we us catching up again, and like it was night and day. Like you were a skinny mini. So the gym isn't something that you haven't ever discovered.
No, I used to be a real gym bunny. I used to love training. But I went through a traumatic time in my life, and I turned to food and I turned to
Comfort.
alcohol, and you just get to a point where you go, nah, they're not going to win anymore.
No.
The comeback queen. So yes, I am definitely going back to the gym. But anybody wanting to lose weight or wanting to go on a journey, get yourself a journal and write down the reasons why.
Yeah.
Write down, at the top of my list was be around for my kids.
Good for you.
The second one was to be a good nurse, be a healthy nurse. But yeah, if anybody is wanting to go on any kind of journey, just do your research, ask people. You can message me, but again, I can only tell you about myself.
Well, I had kind of sort of jumped on that was some of that stuff that you say, because I didn't really want people to know what I was going through when I got my hips done. So when people started questioning me on social media privately and asking what was wrong, why was I not at the shows, what was it, then they started thinking that my mum wasn't ill, that my mum was ill, and they weren't sure. And I thought, right, okay. And I started off with a quote saying, the comeback is always better than the setback.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind
Love
of sort
that.
of, that's what I went with.
Yeah.
So no matter what I've been through in my life, and I've had some setbacks,
Yeah.
but I'm always ready for a comeback. So here's my next, let me ask you this. How do you see your TikTok evolving as your journey continues?
I want to be an influencer.
So you're going to keep on
Just
losing
put it
till
this
you
way,
disappear?
I'll tell you this here. She's not even going to be going to university next year. She's going to be hanging up she's going to be quitting all of her jobs and
All of my jobs.
turning to TikTok full time. The amount
I'm
of
going to
stuff
be doing
that
it
she's
from
on
my
there.
yacht.
Yeah.
She's like a modern day QVC.
And Keir Starmer's going to copy what Joe Biden did and stop TikTok for 12 hours and panic the life out of the entire United Kingdom.
Oh, I know.
And all the influencers are going to be like, oh my God, I'm skinned. And Gail's going to be like, I should have been a nurse.
God damn it.
Why am I not on the ward?
What was the question?
How do you see your TikTok evolving as your journey continues?
Oh, okay. Listen, TikTok does not pay my mortgage.
Right.
And it probably never will.
You never know.
But what I'm doing at the minute, I am loving. I am.
You can see that, can't you, Glenn?
Well, actually, I tuned in yesterday, Tina, because there was nothing really on yesterday afternoon on the telly.
Someone needs to show me how to work TikTok. I have no
we're
idea.
On it. We're on it.
Thank you.
But I tuned in yesterday afternoon, and Gail was actually doing a cook along. What was your saying?
So it's cook along, not alone.
Wow.
And obviously, Gail is a single parent. So, and the boys are at the age now where she's already mentioned, Gail's eldest is out of the house and her youngest is at the age where they're playing video games. I would imagine on a Sunday afternoon, it's probably a bit quiet in your house. So I tuned in anyway yesterday because there was F-all on TV. Gary and I had nothing really to do yesterday. I can't leave the house, as you know.
Yeah.
And confined to the living room. And I tuned in yesterday and there was Gail on with 5 other people and they were doing a cook along. So it's interesting because you're using the platform, as I mentioned at the top, like really to build a community. So it's not just focusing on your weight loss journey or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, actually, to be honest, recently, and I was thinking, I haven't done a picture or anything about weight loss in a wee while. So we come up with this idea, cook along, not alone, because there's a lot of loneliness and isolation in the world, and me being one of them. Because yes, I have a child at home, but like you said, he just does his own thing and he eats beige food. So, I don't really get to. So I sort of said to the guys, friends that I've made, I think we should do a cook along. And it's become very popular. People, so on a Wednesday, we'll put up the ingredients that you guys need. We'll go and shop and you'll see the video on what you need. And then on a Sunday at 2:00, you tune in with us and we all cook along together. And it's just been really, really popular.
It's good fun. I didn't cook along live though. I just watched
No, I didn't think you would. But I did think Gary might have, because he loves mushrooms like me. But also we're doing it on a budget as well.
Yeah.
So I was absolutely amazed because I put up my shopping video and Liddell commented on it.
Oh, Liddell.
They did not.
They did, so we're going for sponsorship.
Good. Why not?
Listen, as long as people are happy to listen to me do different things. There's also a big TikTok event happening in Belfast.
Okay. Where's that being held?
So that's being held at House on Saturday the 8th. It's like a daytime event, and a few of my friends, my GGs, are flying over from England, Scotland, Wales. They're all coming over. So it's going to be amazing. So not only have we communicated on and connected on TikTok, but we're going to get to meet in real life. So if anybody's interested, they can message me.
That is perfect. That sounds lovely.
Absolutely.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned so far on this journey?
To be kind to myself.
I agree.
Every morning on Facebook. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a lovely day. Stay safe and always be kind.
I love your morning message.
It's just this. That's basically it.
And
that
you know
is
what?
it.
If you can't, mine at the minute is, if you can't be kind, just do one.
Aye,
Just
that's
do
it.
one.
Yeah.
Honestly, like what? And this is the thing, people think that they can have an opinion on your life, and I'm like, no problem. What bill are you paying this month?
Thank you.
If you're not paying my mortgage or my electric bill, your opinion doesn't matter to me, whether I still look fat or I look too thin or my makeup's orange or my hair is purple. It's so just to be kind. But guys, please, if you go on any kind of weight loss journey, take the before pictures, take the video of 360 and take all your measurements, because I didn't do that until I was a few months in and I really, really regret it. So that's what I tell everybody, whether it's Slimming World or Cabbage Diet or whatever you're doing, take your befores and afters, because we're not looking back because we're not going there, but we need to see how far we've came.
Good.
That's a great piece of advice. Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of G&T Sips and Giggles. A huge thank you to Gail for joining us today and for sharing your story, Gail. You've shared it with such openness and candor, and really appreciate that. You've given us so much to think about, from the realities of your weight loss journey to the power of the community that you've built on TikTok. Now, if you'd like to follow Gail's journey or connect with her and her inspiring content on TikTok, you can find her on TikTok. It's gmoor81, so it's GMOOR81. That right, Gail?
Perfect.
I'll also put her handle into the description of this very episode as well. Thank you all so much for listening. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, 5 stars only, because we will hunt you down if you leave anything less. Not right, Tina?
Yes.
Share the episode with somebody as well who might be interested in learning a bit more about Mounjaro, or who might find the episode uplifting and insightful. Also, check us out on Patreon. We've got membership tiers starting over there from free. Paid memberships get exclusive content and discounts to G&T events. Well, Miss Legs, until next time.
Well, my darling, that was a lovely wee episode, wasn't it?
It was. And Gail, thank you so much again.
No, thank you so much for inviting me.
Gail, you've been fantastic, absolutely marvellous. Look at you. You are an absolute icon. You've become an icon.
Well, until next time, take care, keep sipping and keep giggling.
Chin chin.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of G&T Sips and Giggles. If you've enjoyed our conversation, then don't forget to share it with your friends, and why not subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Your reviews mean the world to us and really help others find the show, so please take a moment to leave one, but be kind. If you'd like to support the podcast, why not consider joining us on Patreon? For the cost of a drink a month, you can listen to episodes early, access exclusive digital content, and get discounts to upcoming G&T shows. Your support helps us keep the conversation flowing. Cheers, we'll see you next time. Chin chin.